Hello, I'm Michael Hyam, and I'm joined by Jean-Luc Seipke.
Hello.
We are the Persona Boys here in the GameSpot office, and we are super hyped up because we just watched the Persona 5 Royal trailer. It's going to be sort of a definitive version of Persona 5, similar to P4 Golden and P3 Fest.
Yep.
Now, what we're going to do here is watch the trailer and point some things out that are new. Now, we're not going to be able to catch everything, so instead of getting mad at us, just drop a comment below of what you noticed. So yeah, this is the standard interrogation scene that is constantly referenced throughout Persona 5.
Yeah.
But soon after this,
it cuts to the scene that is taking place during Christmas time.
Right.
You can see in the background. So, and then you get the voice of the new character up on the screen here in a sec. And that makes me kind of lead to believe that you're not going to get her as a party member until probably after Sai's dungeon.
Yeah.
Sort of my guess.
Now her name is Kasumi Yoshizawa, and yeah, she's pretty dope. I like her design a lot. But
Me too.
Yeah, we'll see that.
Another thing I want to point out is when the screen turns on here in Shibuya, it plays the exact same sound as the Midnight Channel in Persona 4. I'm pretty sure they're just reusing their sound library.
And that's fine by me.
And that's fine by me, but I just was like, I have to point that out.
Yeah, it looks like she's in the Midnight Channel. Damn.
And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Okay, now you get to hear the sweet tunes. We think this is the new intro theme.
Yeah, and then as well as just the new intro visuals here, the intro animation. It looks great.
Yeah, and the song, of course, one of the best things about Persona 5 and all the series actually is the music. I'm excited to hear new stuff from Lin and Shoji Meguro. So
yeah, and you see a little tease there of Joker's grappling hook.
Oh yeah,
they show throughout that sort of his big thing is he has a grappling hook now.
Yeah, we do get to see it a little bit in action, but to actually play that, like, how does it function?
How does it function?
Yeah.
Is it more of like a context sensitive thing, or can you actually?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be.
I doubt you can just like swing around.
yeah.
You'd have to completely redesign those dungeons to make that work.
So the first thing we notice here on his phone is a new area to explore. Now this isn't just one of those still scenes and hangout spots that are in the original game. This is actually a place that you will walk around and explore. It's called Kichijoji.
Yep.
It's an actual place in Japan too, like all locations in this game.
Yeah.
It takes place in Tokyo.
I did a quick Wikipedia search on Kichijoji, and it's apparently a popular hangout spot for the youth.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of shops and some fashion stuff, so it's probably going to be more of like a commercial district. They said it's kind of like similar to Shibuya, but just maybe like a little smaller scale.
Yeah. So you can get a snippet of it here.
One thing I noticed is on the mini-map, you can see some of the icons for shops, and there's a little t-shirt icon, which makes me believe there's going to be a clothing store. That was the thing they added in Persona 4 Golden. They added like a clothing shop where you could buy different outfits. That'd make logical sense to add something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So yeah, a bunch of restaurants and stuff. Oh, here we go in
more of that grappling hook stuff.
Yeah, and that was Kamoshida's palace, at least outside of the castle. And like you said, it might be like a context-sensitive thing to where you can get to new areas in the palace. Because I think one of the things that they're showing in this trailer is like new areas in the spaceport, which you'll see later, and then new areas in Kamoshida's palace.
Right.
So it looks like there's like a new puzzle in Kamoshida's palace. Here we get a glimpse of a cutscene, a new animated cutscene with Kasumi and Joker interacting there. So you get a little taste of that. I really like the animated scenes, but there weren't too many of them, and they weren't as vocal. So maybe
let's add a lot more. That was another thing Golden did. They just threw in like 20 more anime cutscenes.
Yeah, I'm here for it, man. Let's go. So we have Kasumi, who's going to be more involved in the Phantom Thieves. But here is a new social link. A confidant. I still get those two confused.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. So you got a new confidant, and he is a school counselor. His name is Takuto Maruki. But the thing is that you only see in the trailer, you only see him interacting with An. And also, I'm thinking that he comes in after Kamoshida's palace to kind of set things back right in Shujin.
I'm curious what his overall role is going to be, because typically when they add a new social link, like in 4 and stuff, they kind of ended up fleshing out the main story more. They didn't really add as many. Here's just another character that's just sort of another character. So I'm curious if he is actually going to have like a somewhat of a role in the story.
So yeah, here's another example of the grappling hook being used. So you'll probably be able to either get to new areas, or hopefully they can make some of those puzzles in the spaceport more concise.
I know that was one that a lot of people don't like the spaceport.
I was fine with it.
Yeah, you and me were fine with it, but
I can see how that can cause problems. But I don't know, maybe that's a way of making things a little bit better for that palace. here we can see Futaba doing something new for us.
Yeah, she's got an all-out attack, which
Sweet.
That's pretty cool. That was a thing they added in Golden, was they gave Rise a lot more options.
Boom. Now we don't get to see her title card though.
No,
that's the thing. I want to see that.
You gotta save that. That's you save that. You save the title card.
Man. I want to see what that looks like. That's probably gonna be dope. And another thing here that I guess from Persona 4 Golden is tag team attacks,
right,
or partner attacks. Morgana turns into the bus version of himself, and then Haru gets on top, launches a damn grenade,
Dude,
and then
like a badass. Oh my god.
While Morgana rams into the enemy for a whole lot of damage. This looks great. I think it's like one of the cutest things. You can see Morgana here just out of it. Yeah, partner attacks are really cool because I feel like it added a little bit more chemistry to the combat system.
Right.
And kind of build upon the relationships throughout the game. Also, the background. At first, I thought this might have been a background for a new palace, but when partner attacks do occur, the background just changes for the sake of being stylish. So I think that's what that is. Oh, back in the Midnight Channel. Okay, here we go. So Makoto is running things because that's what she does. Everyone's in their PE uniforms out in the park, I think. This is by the pond, I believe, the pond area. And speaking of new scenes, right here we see Kasumi, the new character who's going to be with the Phantom Thieves. She's kind of getting in a tussle with an adult because adults are shitty in the universe of Persona. So that's just how it be. And Joker's there to kind of intervene. And I guess that's one of the key development points for her story. And also, next thing you see is what I think is her Persona Awakening.
At first I thought it was her Persona Awakening, but she looks really nervous. Yeah, I was thinking maybe it's Joker summoning his persona in front of her.
Oh.
And her like freaking out about it. That's my theory. But
I think this might be her awakening. I don't know.
It could be within the same scene, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
No doubt she'll have her own awakening
of course.
scene for sure.
Yeah. It's showing off some new areas here. So I think that one with Ryuji was a new hangout spot.
New hangout spot.
And then the aquarium with Yusuke. I think
of course you go to the aquarium with Yusuke.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, and then we go to Penguin Sniper. Which is like a darts and billiards place, and immediately I thought of Yakuza, because they're both from Sega. Dude, Yakuza minigames in Persona.
Hell yeah.
I don't think that's the case. It seems like it's more of you can invite everyone and do like a kind of group hangout, maybe like get some social link stats up.
Yeah. I think that's really interesting. I like you said, it's probably not going to be like any mini games. Like I'm not going to be aiming darts or aiming pools. You'll see in the trailer is that it's more of like the whole group can hang out. And like you said, I really hope that it's a way to make the building of social links a little bit faster or more efficient, I guess. But also it's a really cool spectacle. It's like, oh, I get to see, because then when you go hang out, it's always one-on-one. But I want more team bonding moments.
Team bonding, right? Yeah. You want to get a better sense that they're all friends.
On here, yeah. This is
the other team attack.
This is the team attack we mentioned earlier, and Ryuji comes down with the bat, stun the enemy, and then Makoto channels in this Hokuto Shinken style, like Kenshiro Fist of the North Star attack, and throws 1,000 fists at the enemy. Man, that's dope. I don't know what else to say about that, but other than like Makoto kicks ass, man.
Yeah.
Now we get our first look of Kasumi in battle. Now she has like a fancy sword or whatever, and then a Winchester looking type of gun. Her background is kind of a ballet dancer. I think in the on the article on Persona Central mentions that she's a rhythmic gymnast. And so I think that's kind of what inspires her outfit to be more of like a leotard style thing, to call back to what she does in the real world.
That makes sense.
Also, her mask looks like she's straight out of Bloodborne or something. Yeah, her design looks really dope.
Yeah, and as something you mentioned was that she actually has pretty low SP compared to everyone else. So she's probably more of a heavy hitter, really emphasizes her gun attack there. So maybe focusing on guns, more of like a Ryuji type. And then this is like a anime cutscene for like a new scene. We're not really sure where it takes place. We were trying to figure out if it was like a previous scene. It kind of looks like a new location. I mean, our guess is maybe a new dungeon or something.
Yeah, this might take place in a new palace. We can't
palace,
confirm.
Right, not dungeon. Sorry.
yeah, obviously we can't confirm that, but that's what it looks like. And this is when you kind of get the hint at who Kasumi is and what she's about. So yeah,
it's a school dance.
Yeah, she's
school
showing
dance moment.
Yeah, she's showing everyone up, man. Yeah, we haven't had. I don't know if we've had school dances in P3 or P4. So here, you got a much broader shot of Tokyo to kind of For me, I looked at it and thought about how much more grandiose this game might feel with some of its new content and maybe how it might recontextualize some of the events of the game.
Yeah.
So you got a nice view of Tokyo and the Rainbow Bridge and Joker overlooking it. But man, yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff in that trailer.
Yeah, and we got a little bit more because we got screenshots.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of screenshots that came out of Famitsu, and we got these on Persona Central.
Go check those people out if you want to see more of that stuff.
Yeah, shouts out to them. And these are screens that weren't included in the trailer. So we're just gonna point some things out about these interesting screenshots because, oh boy, there is a lot going on here.
Yeah, the screenshot of our new character here. I noticed in the background you see the dice.
You think that's related to
Size Palace? I don't know, because I don't remember there being this looks like a warehouse almost.
You were mentioning that she might not show up as a phantom thief until probably after the spaceport, because if you notice in all the screenshots and in the trailer, Kasumi is always shown as a party member when Haru's in the party.
Right.
So she has to probably come in after the spaceport.
Yeah, and also like logically, if you were to try and fit her in, like especially if you were to give her her own palace, I don't think it would make sense to do anything until at least after Haru. I also get the feeling her story is going to tie more into Akechi, because we see her and Akechi hanging out with Joker at this crepe place. Mm-hmm. Boy loves his pancakes.
Sure do.
And her joining the Phantom Thieves is going to somehow be kind of maybe tied in. They're gonna tie it into the events that happened with him,
right?
Like right after Size Palace.
Yeah. All right, we need to talk about this.
Oh God, yeah, dude, human Morgana, I can't handle it.
We can't confirm.
Oh come on.
But yeah, so the blue eyes, the gold chain to kind of like signify the gold scarf that Morgana wears.
People who translated him says that apparently he uses a similar like speech pattern as Morgana. So I mean, come on.
I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if we needed a human Morgana. I mean, I'm all for more fleshed out story about Morgana because I do feel like there were still loose ends by the end of P5.
Yeah, there was some weird stuff with Morgana that I felt like they never fully explained. Yeah. That I was like,
but not like this. No, we don't need another Teddy. But no, I'm not saying that Morgana's gonna be stoop to the level of Teddy. But know, I have my doubts.
You have reservations. You've been hurt before.
So one of the cool things that was added in Persona 4 Golden was a New Year's celebration where everyone got together and watched fireworks to celebrate the New Year, of course. So in the original Persona 5, we didn't get anything like this. The tail end of that game was like so fast.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that by driving these characters a little bit more fleshed out through the story and having better interactions and new scenes and all this other stuff, that this would also play into that, to where like, I get to the end of the story, now everyone's back together again, celebrating after all the hardships that they have endured.
Get a little extra with them, kind of like give you just more time to like let the ending breathe and slowly kind of come to a head.
Hopefully you enjoyed our breakdown of the Persona 5 Royal trailer and some of the screenshots that we found as well. Stick to GameSpot for more coverage of the game because we are keeping our eye on it.